I think about this as I do a lot of things through the prism of race because that's just the country and the reality that we live in. I'm very accustomed to the fact that the actions of one Black person tend to define our entire race. Whatever Dianna Russini did or didn't do is supposed to somehow reflect how I do my job. And I think that's the kind of misogyny that we got to stop buying into.
I'm gone for a damn week, and this is the best excuse you can come up with in all that time? Before I left, I thought I was being unbelievably fair to Dianna Russini. All she had to do was take accountability. All she had to do was own her mistakes. And maybe, just maybe, her media career would survive. I'm gone for 8-9 days, and I come back to Dianna Russini not only continuing to not take accountability, but now she's making excuses? She is blaming men and the myth of misogyny? For starters, I just heard Jemele Hill talking about how Dianna Russini is impacting her job and her career in sports media. Uncle Casey didn't know that Jemele Hill had a job. Last I checked, there was not a single company that was willing to hire Jemele Hill. Outside of tweeting about fake racism on Twitter, Jemele Hill is unemployed, and she has been unemployed for years now. In the rare instance that diversity lands Jemele Hill a job in the media, it always ends in huge embarrassing failure. You know, once these photos were leaked by the New York Post of Dianna Russini spending a romantic weekend with Mike Vrabel, Uncle Casey, this was not a romantic weekend. It was a girls' trip. Mike Vrabel just happened to be in the neighborhood. Yeah, if this was a girls' trip, where are all the pictures? I just spent 8-9 days with my wife and daughter and the rest of the women in my family. Every time we saw a palm tree, my wife wanted a picture. We're standing in the water in the Caribbean, she wants a picture. I'm gambling at the casino, she wants a picture. If Dianna Russini was on a girls' trip, I promise you, there would be plenty of pictures. Instead, the only pictures I've seen of this trip are of Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel passionately holding each other as they look like they are practicing their dance routine for Dancing with the Stars. Once these pictures were leaked by the New York Post, there was only one way out of this for Dianna Russini. There was only one way to have a chance to salvage her career in the media. Own it. Take responsibility for your own actions. Instead, Dianna Russini borrowed the woke shovel from Jemele Hill, someone whose media career died years ago, and Dianna Russini proceeded to bury her media career by blaming the scandal that she created on men. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. It is so good to be back home where I feel like I'm on a vacation every day because I love what I do here on YouTube. We will be back to our normal schedule going forward starting tomorrow. Yesterday, ESPN published an extensive report on the Dianna Russini scandal. According to 3 people with internal knowledge of the scandal, instead of Dianna Russini blaming herself, she is choosing to blame men. According to Dianna Russini, this is misogyny. This is clearly a sexist attack on a female reporter in a male-dominated industry. Really? That is your excuse? you would have been better off claiming that you tripped and you used Mike Vrabel's cucumber to regain your balance. You're going to blame misogyny for your alleged affair? I don't know who Dianna Russini is using as a crisis counselor or public relations expert. Whoever she's using, they need to be fired. More than likely, Dianna Russini's media career was finished as soon as these photos were leaked by the New York Post. As a journalist, you have got to have credibility. You have to be objective. Kind of hard to be objective when you and Mike Vrabel are doing a naked reenactment of the I formation. In the short term, Dianna Russini likely was not going to survive this. But long term, she at least had a chance. A year, maybe 2 years from now, once the scandal was forgotten by the public, Dianna Russini might have had a chance to revitalize her career in the media. America is a very forgiving country. America loves a redemption story. But in order to be forgiven, you must first ask for forgiveness. We are almost 2 weeks into this scandal. Not only has Dianna Russini refused to ask forgiveness, she is blaming misogyny. She is blaming men for the mistakes that she made. You know, this is pure speculation on my part, but if I had to guess what happened between Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel, this is part of the reason that for years, networks, media companies, they hired men to do these jobs. Now, I'm not saying that's the only reason, but it could be part of the reason. NFL Network doesn't have to worry about Ian Rappaport sexting with Sean Payton. They don't have to worry about Peter Schrager catching romantic feelings for Kellen Moore, and vice versa. They don't have to worry about NFL coaches seducing Tony Romo. Every step of the way, Dianna Russini has lied. She lied about this being a girls' trip. She lied about the photos being taken out of context. Me personally, I think she is lying about the extent of her relationship with Mike Vrabel. And now she is lying by blaming men for her downfall. Unfortunately for Dianna Russini, I don't think she can overcome this. She's not a big enough star to overcome this. Her media career is over. She can blame men all she wants, but the only one Dianna Russini should be blaming is herself. Sound off in the comments below. See you guys tomorrow.